Hey, howdy, and a big welcome back to Clemhawks, folks. I'm Yak, ready to take you through another edition of Minnesota Wild discussion here on the channel today. And let me tell you, you know what? I've been busy. You can see it on my face. I am run down. It has been Country Thunder 2022 Alberta this weekend. And it's been one heck of a good time, my friends. Let me tell you, Morgan Wallen on the main stage yesterday, Lee Bryce up there on Friday, and tonight, Florida, Georgia Line to close it out. But that said, we missed something pretty important yesterday, and it was a pretty big day in the hockey world. The 2022 World Junior Championships finally came to a close after being delayed in December, pushed back till this past week or two, and then finally Canada wins a gold medal. Well, what does that mean? That means the Minnesota Wild had a pretty successful weekend themselves at the World Juniors. I'll explain more in a sec, but folks, if you're new to the channel, just take a sec, consider over the next 5-10 minutes, whatever it takes me to get through the video, consider subscribing and staying up to date here with Clemhawks. I'll be back doing the hockey, back doing the baseball as soon as this whole crazy weekend wraps up. Get some rest tomorrow, and then away we go back into regular rhythm, hopefully until next weekend when it's ball and derby cars. But folks, let's get back to it, right? The Minnesota Wild, right? Big time go this past weekend. Canada wins gold. What does that mean? Ryan O'Rourke of the Minnesota Wild and Carson Lambos of the Minnesota Wild end up winning a gold medal in Edmonton for Team Canada. So the hometown team wins the gold medal. Those two prospects for the Minnesota Wild get to be golden guys, as said on the Minnesota Wild Twitter, and they get to enjoy the feeling of lifting the World Junior Trophy in front of the home fans. So a pretty special moment for two Minnesota Wild prospects. But you can't forget something else here. They have all this Sammy Walker talk, but if you go over to the World Juniors Twitter page, you would know that somebody else in the Minnesota Wild prospect pipeline was also named a best goaltender. And we talked about it at the start of the tournament a couple days before things got underway. Jesper Wallstedt, I said he was set to dominate. Well, you know what? You dominated as a goaltender if you're named best goaltender of the tournament, because guess what? Mason McTavish was named best forward, and all you heard for Team Canada was Mason McTavish. So keep that in mind right there. Mr. Jesper Wallstedt, he's also named a goaltending all-star for the World Juniors as well. So it's a pretty big weekend for the Minnesota Wild. You get your future goaltender in Jesper Wallstedt. Well, he ends up finishing it off and being the best goaltender and an all-star. And then you'll also have two guys go out there and win the gold medal. And yeah, you know what? Same thing for Mr. Jesper Wallstedt. He won a bronze medal too. So there's a lot of success out of this tournament for the Minnesota Wild, and a big weekend it ends up being for the prospects who are expected to be big parts of the future in Minnesota. I know there was a little bit made about how Carson Lambos was deployed this past couple of weeks. I believe I saw a bunch of that. Like I said, I've been wrapped up in work. I've been wrapped up north working. I've been wrapped up down south working, and just all around kind of moving around, never really getting a chance to settle in and watch a game like I thought I would. But my goodness, my friends, it has been one heck of a past couple weeks for the Minnesota Wild, and we can only hope that bodes well for the future, right? Obviously, Jesper Wallstedt looks like one heck of a stud, but we'll see what ends up happening here as things move along. But folks, I could take a little bit longer. I do not have it in me. I'm Yak. This is Clemhawks. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know what you thought about the World Juniors, Canada winning gold, Finland the silver, and Sweden the bronze. I am up on out of here.